Hey everyone! Welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 finale chat!
Oh, it's the finale!
I am elated right now. I'm so excited. What a satisfying end to a roller coaster of a season.
It really, really was.
This finale delivered.
All right, well.
I'm just so excited to talk about this.
I just got to start off by saying, as my mom would say, if you do something good, daughter, I'll let you know if I like it or not.
Right.
So I really enjoyed Julie's outfit tonight.
Oh, she added...
I thought it was so adorable.
To the wonderfulness of the night.
Yeah.
Yes, the bows on the shoulders, everything. Very
Good job, Julie, or Julie Stylist. Very nice. Very, very appropriate.
Well done.
Very cute. Yes, well done. Okay, so the final three. We got you, Turner. We got you, Taylor. We got you, Monty.
All right, the last episode ended with part 1 of the final HOH competition.
Everyone was
progress.
Clinging to their wieners.
Hold on to your wiener. Hold on for dear life.
If you fall and you let go of your wiener, you're out.
Yeah, so this wiener was jerking back and forth all over the place.
Oh my God. Poor Taylor had motion sickness from like minute 2.
I remember Turner saying earlier in the season that anything with spinning, he's not going to do well in. Like, that is not his forte here. But, like, this thing, it was spinning. It was like, blah, blah, blah.
He imagined it was a Megan Belmonte wiener.
Interesting choice. But I love the shout out on the show for Megan Belmonte.
Yes.
And we saw her in the audience tonight. I just love their love. It seems like a great relationship. Very happy for them.
What did you think of the fast forwarding and the slow motion of the wieners?
It cracked me up and I loved it. So more of that in the future, please.
The best part was that all of the wieners were in unison.
Yeah, there's something about that.
It's really cool. All right, so at one point, these wieners were violently thrashing. You know what happens when the wiener is violently thrashing? It very abruptly comes to an end.
No! Oh my God! So, Taylor fell off.
Yeah, 36 minutes. And then Monty, he had a couple of saves.
Yeah, he had some close calls there, but he hung on for 10 more minutes. And then that was it. He fell off. And Turner won part 1.
Who would have thought Turner would have won that?
I know.
When they described this competition before we actually saw it, this was not at all what I had pictured it
I was thinking it was going to be going that way, because they've done something like that before.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're on a spit or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, the spit? I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking
how I
back
had it in my head.
Like season 6 or something. No, what was the season where they had the wieners hanging?
Are you talking about Brittany? Lost her dignity on a slippery wiener?
Yeah. Was that
Good
6?
times. No, I think that's 12.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's 12.
Yeah. All right. So Turner won that, so now it's time for part 2.
Okay, immediately when they are just going bang, bang, bang through the competitions, I'm like,
yeah,
yes, leave us more room for other things. Loving this pace. Let's keep it up.
All right, so this was a fill in the billboard with a zip line.
So there's a mental and physical component to this competition, as usual.
And there's some incorrect little signs to throw you off as well.
Right.
So you got to fill in the HOH and the veto competition names in order.
Right. You had 1 billboard for veto, 1
2 at a time.
Billboard for HOH. And you could only move 2 plates or whatever signs at a time.
And it was individually timed, so they weren't like up against each other.
I will say the mental aspect of this competition was super easy. So it really, I think, came down to the physical, who could move the fastest, who had the best strategy.
Right.
I thought Taylor's kind of like randomness was not the best way to go about it.
She had to do it the way that she remembered it.
Yeah. I thought it made more sense the way that Monty did it, just going right in order.
But he did F up. He had to go back and fix it because he got one of the names incorrect. And he had to go back and fix it.
He was smart, though, about the way he fixed it.
But he must have been extremely fast if he had enough time to go fix his error.
Yeah, so
they were both good.
This competition was over, Taylor was very, very confident with her time.
She thought she was going to have to stifle a smile that she had won. Wait, I didn't win?
It's okay now because we know how this ends. But I was very disappointed when I heard that she lost this competition.
Yeah, but we heard this like last week.
Yeah, well, a few days ago. So she ended up losing by only 23 seconds. Monty wins part 2. That means that Monty and Turner would be facing off in part 3. And Taylor, if she was going to get to the final 2...
She's got to be taken.
She can't get there herself.
Yeah.
So she was worried.
Unless she kills somebody.
No! That would be a major blow to her game. It would be hard for her to argue to the jury that she should be the one to win.
When she only got taken.
Right.
Why? Is it? She lost by 23 seconds. All right, so... Turner and Monty are all like, oh, we had a final 2.
Well, Turner was like, I don't want to speak for the both of us, but I guess it looks like we're definitely both going to be in the final 2 because we're taking each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they showed the flashback and these two did agree officially on a final 2, like weeks ago, month or so ago.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was day 50 something.
But Monty, in all honesty, if I'm being totally honest, I don't know who I'd be taking.
Yeah, he's playing it up to Turner like, yeah, for sure, like, long time coming, but he's not saying the words to Turner anymore like, I would take you to the final 2.
All right, say no more. We got to talk about the jury.
Okay.
All right, so a younger, older, dashing, somewhat gray.
Salt and pepper Dr. Will just keeps getting better.
Hasn't aged a day except for that hair.
Well, the Botox helps.
Well, doesn't it? Do you think he does his own Botox?
I don't know.
Or do you think he has somebody do it for him?
I have no idea.
Do you think he goes to, like, Dr. Paul?
Oh, no, Paul Nassif?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because, like, they were on the same show.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe, right?
Who knows?
Or Dr. Terry.
Terry Dubrow!
Yeah.
I was excited to see Dr. Will again.
Classy AF, as ever.
So, he was hosting the jury roundtable segment, and...
Who do you think is going to show up next?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest before we dive into this. I felt like, as a whole, this jury roundtable was...
lame.
Lukewarm. Yeah, I had seen some spoilers from some very reliable sources, Hamster Watch, and I'm not saying she's wrong. I think...
they edited the hell out of it.
Yeah, Hamster Watch was saying, like, there was some confrontations going on. Yeah, at this...
Sit down, sir.
Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Yeah, they had to tell people, like, let's bring it down a few notches. Let's have everybody sit down. But we didn't see any of that on the episode. So I guess that was on the cutting room floor.
How, gaslit.
With...
Because they wouldn't have,
I would say that's more withholding.
Okay. All right.
You know? But yeah, I guess maybe in the long term, like the grand scheme of things, the arguments did not have to do with the final 3 and the house's thoughts on them. I don't know.
Did they?
But anyway, Dr. Will was asking, who do you think is going to be joining us tonight?
Brittany, and it was.
And it was.
And I did. Mm-hmm. All right, so now, why do you think Turner should win?
Yeah, they're going through each final 3-ist finalist one at a time and discussing why this person should or shouldn't win.
Well, he had some comp wins, but he wasn't ever really in the strategy talks, says Michael.
Michael brought up...
He's always falling asleep.
That Turner was falling asleep during
major strategy.
Leftover meetings.
Yeah.
Well, stop having your meetings at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
But no, he was, saying a lot of times Turner would just be like, facts. Like, he would win the competitions. He would technically make moves, but he wasn't as involved in the planning or the strategy of what the leftovers were going to do.
Okay. What do you think about Taylor? She survived the block 5 times. She had other people doing her dirty work.
Yeah. Did she win as many competitions?
No, of course not.
But Michael brought up a good point. There were times where I felt like maybe I was doing Taylor's dirty work looking back because those moves were not ideal for my own personal game.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
And what about Monte? Not to be confused with Belmonte.
Yeah. Monty, he was only on the block on eviction night once.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive. He won a bunch of competitions. He's peaking at the right time.
He's really peaking at the right time.
And of course, one of the huge moves of this game was taking out Michael. And
Right.
Monty is getting the credit here for that and not Turner. Turner is not owning up to that. Monty was the one that won the veto. He made this move happen.
Turner, I would have, well, it doesn't matter anyway now because Turner didn't make it to the final 3, but that would have been one of my arguments, that I took out Michael.
But he was not owning up to his moves.
Why didn't he?
I think he was just worried about the blowback. I don't know.
But people would have respected that then.
Especially a player like Michael, who really respects this game.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now it's time for part 3.
Okay.
They're out somewhere.
I think this might have been like the alternate location or something.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it was another part of the backyard, maybe.
Maybe. I know the jury for sure was out in the backyard.
Yes. So it's a 2 truths and 1 lie.
Okay, so
situation.
This is what they've been doing the last few seasons, and I really enjoy it because they put a lot of humor into
They do.
the videos with the jurors. And then the info, they give you 3 facts.
It was called Jury Fast.
Yeah.
They said, this one's a hypnotist. Mm-hmm. This one, because this was like all of the jobs they would have to get because they suck so bad on the show to make money.
Well, they're saying they had just such a good time that they decided to get jobs at these fests. And I thought that the little videos were funny.
They were fun
the
and
copy
funny.
was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whoever wrote
the
that.
The script was fun.
Give yourself a little pat on the back.
Yeah. So they did a great job with that. And then they would give the 3 facts, and then the house guests had to decide which one of those was not true.
So they were going toe-to-toe for, like, the first, I want to say, like, 4 answers.
Yeah, 4 or 5, or, whatever it was.
They were, like, 4-4, I think, and then...
and every time they were like, oh, bro, good job.
Turner started gassing. He started
assing.
Yeah.
He was getting some wrong.
Yeah.
And then he kind of fell apart.
Yeah. And Monty ended up winning 7-5 because he got one
Whoa.
wrong. He got one wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So Turner.
So that means Monty is going to
be. He's going to be out.
Oh, well, Monty is going to be deciding who's going to join him in the final 2. And we knew going into this that it was definitely looking like Monty was going to pick Taylor over Turner. But Turner was completely in the dark about this. Monty had previously discussed maybe, like, giving Turner a heads up because he felt bad that he was going to be, like, receiving this shocking news on live TV. Totally not expecting it. But I don't think he gave him the heads up.
No. So Turner said, hey, we had a final 4, then we had a final 2.
I thought I saw a little, like, from Taylor when Turner was talking about, we had a final 2 for like a month and a half or something. Uh-oh.
Taylor said, it's an easy win if you sit next to me. So Monty ended up evicting Turner for the one that he lays with. Why do you think he chose Taylor? Do you think he chose Taylor because he thought he could win against her? Or do you think he chose Taylor with somewhat of some
like,
social justice in justice?
I thought you meant because they were hooking up or something.
I don't think that mattered to him.
I would say, okay, so to address the hooking up thing, I believe they started talking about their final 2, like, way before they started hooking up. I mean, they were talking about it even during Big Brochella.
Right.
That far back. But they officially were saying, like, they were going to take each other to the final 2, like, still before the hookup phase.
Right.
But, I think there could be some merit to they wanted to see a black woman and a black man next to each other in the final 2. But also, I do think that Monty thought he would have an easier chance of beating Taylor in the end than Turner. I think that was a big part of it.
I think he really did.
I think that was a big part of it.
I think he really did. Even for me, I thought for sure he could have beaten Taylor.
I had a feeling like...
I knew this show, since they have the sequestered jury, the jury might not have felt like America was feeling for Taylor.
Right.
So I wasn't quite sure.
It seemed to me like each week Taylor was surviving, she was gaining more and more respect from the jury.
Right.
And then you just knew she was going to bring it with the questions and the final speech, but we will get there.
All right.
So I thought she would have a really good chance if she could get in one of those 2 chairs.
Yeah. So Julie and Turner, they're chatting.
I have to say, while Turner was shocked, it was the most chill reaction ever, which we should have expected from Turner. Like, he's not going to freak out and throw a fit.
He had the patch pants on.
I know.
Those are like my favorites on him, besides the punk rock ones.
Those bright
I hope
green.
he kept them.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
The black ones with the straps on them.
Oh, I thought he had a green pair from that competition.
He might. I don't know if it was from that competition, but he did have some black pants, which we used to call bondage pants back in the 80s.
Yeah. I thought maybe we would see some tears from Turner. Not necessarily anger, but just like hurt.
No, just like stress relief too. Like, like...
Yeah.
I'm like done with this.
But he was so chill, so amazing how he handled being evicted by Monty. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was honestly very in line with Turner.
Were you waiting for Julie to say, Turner, was that ass?
I mean, she kind of did say, she was like, was that bussin' or disgussin'? And he said, like, disgussin'. But then he also said, like, oh, it's the other one that I shouldn't really say on TV.
And then she said facts.
Yeah, I was waiting for Julie to be like,
Julie was
that
really
ass?
Loving being, like, the cool host for about
I'm a cool
minute.
Host.
For about a minute.
Yeah.
I spoke the lingo, Les.
She's going to start asking, like, does anyone need a condom?
No!
It's a Mean Girls reference.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I get it. So...
Julie was asking, like, are you shocked that Monty evicted you?
Yes.
Yeah, he was shocked, but he respected the move.
Mm-hmm. Well, he also said he would have taken Monty.
Right. And I feel...
Even though Monty didn't take him.
Yeah, wasn't Turner saying, like, he feels like he would have beaten Monty?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Monty would have beaten Turner. Yeah. So I think Monty made a big mistake.
So he was asked, did Monty make the right decision? And
Turner says yeah.
See, that's the blindness to what was really going down.
Yeah. So yeah, Monty made a huge mistake. But we appreciate that mistake and we enjoy that mistake.
Okay, well, what are your regrets, Turner?
Turner wishes he had, focused a little bit more on jury management.
Yeah.
He made a lot of big moves. It was awesome to watch.
Mm-hmm. His social game was
on point, except for
the jury.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's time for the jury to ask their ridiculous softball questions.
Yeah, I just want to say, too, before we move on, I really enjoyed Turner on this season. I thought he was such a
breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air, such a mold breaker. Mm-hmm. Compared to, like, the archetypes of house guests that we usually see on Big Brother. Yeah. So I appreciated that we had someone a little different.
He wasn't over the top to be over the top. He was over the top because himself. That was him.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. So that was cool. Reminded me so much of a Justin from Over the Top.
Yeah, just completely
himself.
An individual.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't give an F. 0 Fs. All right, so now the questions. Okay. 3 questions for each finalist.
Yes.
Kyle was up first.
When I saw that he was getting the first question, I was like, really? But anyway.
So he asked Monty what was the best move that he made besides evicting Michael. Mm-hmm. And Monty said Tana.
I mean, of course he's going to say that. He even said in his speech when he evicted Turner, like, I haven't really had, like, a big move that I could call my own. Until now. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, just now evicting Turner. Did you see that? Yeah, I did that.
All right, next. Michael. His question was for Taylor. You were a big target.
Early on.
Yeah. Did you adapt your game, to not be a big target?
Mm-hmm. So Taylor was like, yes. So she talked about how she really focused on making personal relationships with people, making deep connections.
Showing that she was not the villain that everybody was making her out to be. Mm-hmm. And I think that was very accurate.
She was giving some really great answers.
Would you say it was Dan Giesling level of missed?
I wouldn't say it was missed. I'd say it was, like, legit, like, from the heart. But, like, great answers.
I feel like she really took a season of mediocrity from her and built it up.
I wouldn't call it mediocrity.
In terms of non-winning.
Oh, you're saying like competition performance-wise. Right. I don't know why I put that in quotes, but yeah. You're saying like
enhanced the resume.
Resume-wise.
Right.
I will, okay, yes.
You know
her
what
resume,
I'm saying?
not super impressive if you're just looking at like competition wins.
Right.
But just like her resiliency, which she talked about a lot, I mean, the shit that she had to go through this season would make most people want to run out the door.
Yeah.
But not only did she keep going in this game, but she continued to give love to people and kindness and respect. And that really made a huge difference this season.
Okay. Keep eating those Lays.
Yeah.
So Joseph, poor sweet Joseph, said to Monty, what was your biggest mistake?
Yeah. And this answer was really weird. Monty, multiple times throughout this Q&A, was bringing up a very specific scenario, talking about, like, oh, I shouldn't have, like, convinced Daniel and Nicole, like, not to use the V. Like, I don't know what the frig. And we've been watching the season very closely, and I know kind of what he was talking about. But I was also like, this is not a great answer, in my opinion. Talking about, like, how I guess he was saying he should have protected Michael and Brittany. Like, what? I don't know. It was a little bit confusing to me. Maybe a lot confusing. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay. Sure.
All right. So then Jasmine, her question was for Taylor. Were there any big moves? Wait and see. As big as that muffin that was eaten, I left for me to eat later.
That muffin had some life in this episode.
It sure
came up multiple times.
It sure did.
But Taylor was talking about how she was trying to protect the women throughout this game. And even as she was working with the leftovers, she was also trying to protect Indy and Alyssa for as long as she could.
She protected you, Jasmine, that's for sure. When I don't think she should have.
And to... risking her own game to do that. I mean, it became a huge issue with, like, Kyle and everything. But I have to say, Jasmine...
Although she did make some pretty stupid moves, too, like during her HOH, when she was trying to make a flashy move and be, like, cute or...
That HOH was all over the place.
That was a mess. That was a mess.
But I have to say...
But I think she learned a lot from it.
Yeah, just looking at Jasmine's facial expressions every time Taylor was talking, it's fascinating to see the turnaround. Because night one, Jasmine was like, this is not a girl's girl, that's a guy's girl, we can't work with her, she's terrible, she's gotta go. And now... Jasmine looks like one of Taylor's biggest fans. I would say the same thing about Indy, Miss, like, I'm gonna throw hot soup at her face. Like, the turnaround is amazing.
Wait, there's an even bigger one
I know, we'll get there. I think it's just a testament, though, again, to...
Miss Congeniality?
Taylor, yeah, and the way...
Badge missed?
The way that Taylor treats people.
A lot of it, too, I felt like is her pageant speech.
We'll get there, yeah.
All right, so now Brittany said, Monty, this one's for you. You played a pretty safe game.
Yeah.
When did you risk anything?
This I'm not surprised about because Brittany was talking all last week about how Monty does not deserve to win this. He's played a really safe game, hasn't taken risks. So, again, he brings up the very specific situation with the Daniel, Nicole, Vito, Brittany, Michael thing. I'm just like, what?
Who cares?
Yeah.
So then Indy said to Taylor, you were on the block like a million times. Do you think that was like weak sauce?
Yeah. Do you think that makes you a weak player? If not, like, explain why.
And she said, blah, 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 social strategy. Who cares?
Well, she was talking about how, yes, I went on the block all those times, but I was also able to get off of the block.
Right.
All of those times and, like, make more connections coming off of the block. So every week after she survived, she got stronger and stronger.
Right. So Turner got to ask his very own question. And he chose to ask it to Monty. He could have asked to either one. And he said, obviously your biggest move was me.
Why should I vote for you to win?
You got me out. Why should I vote for you? And he said,
He was basically saying, like, he couldn't honor his final two with Turner as much, knowing
that he had a final two with Kyle.
That Turner had a final two with Kyle.
Right.
So he's like, I had to look out for myself, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Whatever. Okay, so that was the end.
Plead for your
questions.
win. Monty said, I was a great competitor.
If you're looking for... He had, like, this...
It was really...
The format...
Very pompous, I felt like.
Yeah, I did not like the format of this speech.
I had a great social game. I was loyal.
Mm-hmm.
I was only on the block 2 times. I made big moves. I got out Michael and Turner.
Okay, so this speech...
I slept with Taylor.
No, he did not say that. While he had, like, a strong resume, it very much felt like Monty, his game was the status quo. Okay, we see a guy do well in competitions. He makes some moves, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't make any waves, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Taylor, the disruptor, who's ready to change things up.
Okay. Taylor said, I'm more than my wins.
Yeah. She said, okay, I have won a few competitions, but my game is so much more than that.
I was on the block 6 times, and I survived.
Mm-hmm.
I was unjustly accused.
Oh, she brought up some
I was called the
major
B word
here.
more times in this house than I was in my real life.
She's talking about how Daniel was trying to accuse her of using Paloma's mental health against her to get her to leave the game. Talking about how they were accusing Taylor of trying to get Nicole to leave by bringing up her mom.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Talking about Kyle trying to form a white alliance. And then she was left up on the block next to him when it was time for him to go. I mean, she's bringing up some, like, wow, just reminders of how much she's had to go through this season.
She was resilient. And do you value resiliency more or comp wins more?
Honestly, her speech, standing ovation, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, final 2 speeches of all time.
Pageant girl, get that sash out.
I mean, she's been training for this for her whole life. Like, she is ready for this. Oh my God. She smashed it with that speech. I had tears in my eyes, honestly.
Oh.
I felt very empowered listening to the speech.
So now it's time for the vote. Everybody marches up there with their little key, and it looks like Monty done effed up.
Oh, yeah. I also have to mention in Taylor's speech when she was saying she's not the shield, she's the sword. And they showed Joseph, who was the one who said that to her. Oh, my God.
There was lots everything. Of Joseph cringe moments, too.
No, what do you mean cringe? Oh, when he... Well...
Yeah, we're not there yet.
There was also so many Joseph moments where he just looked so proud of Taylor, and I was just like... But
then there were so many moments where he was cut down. Okay.
Amira.
So
okay.
Let's get the pre-jurors out there.
Just like going off of what people were saying when they were voting, I was like, oh my God, like I think Taylor is going to win this for real. Oh my God.
All right. So Pooch, Nicole, Amira, Daniel. What a rogues gallery.
I have to say, again, one of the most satisfying pre-juries of all time to see like boom, 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 boom. All these people that were like kind of jerks, kind of really jerks.
Just desserts.
So nice. So nice. Okay.
So Julie said, Joseph, you blew up. It looked like you blew
we need to
up
clear
Taylor
some things up here.
And Brittany's game. Is that
on your
true?
way out from Dyer Fest.
And he was like, no, but yeah.
So he said his strategy here, he was trying to make it seem to Terrence like when they went back in the house, he was not going to be working with the leftovers anymore. Yeah. He was going to be working with Terrence, and he was like, there's no way Terrence was going to believe me, but I had to try and do it. Right?
So,
he was doing what he could.
Yeah, I did, but I did.
He wanted to try and distance himself from Brittany and Taylor. It was kind of a disaster, but that's what happened.
All right, how many liars do we have in the house? Oh, we have 2. We have Michael and we have Joseph. They are both lawyers.
Oh. So there were some shocked faces to hear that.
Yeah.
It's always fun when they do the occupation reveals at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So then we have Amira, and Julie said, "What were you most surprised by, Amira?" And she said, "The showmance between Monty and Taylor," and they immediately panned over to Joseph, and he was like...
That made me so sad. So sad. I still have hope that Jailer's gonna happen after this.
Don't worry. They were just F buddies.
Yeah, I mean, Julie asked them about their showmance, and
they were like,
"No, I really
Julie.
don't see this thing happening after they get out into the real world. I don't think it's gonna be a thing anymore."
But then Julie asked Kyle and Alyssa about their showmance, and they said, "Yeah, we're hopeful." Did you swallow vomit?
No, it came out.
Oh.
It was... No. But back to Amira for a second. You know what I was not surprised about?
What?
Amira using her 2 seconds to suck
Yeah.
again. Yeah. It was... I feel like she was trying to just get in a little stab there.
Yeah, it twisted a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Pooch. Who would have thought that you would have sparked something called
Pooching
pooching
yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, he asked to go up on the block. He begged to go up on the block.
He said, "Yeah, that wasn't a great decision."
I thought he was playful about it, you know. "Oh, I'm thinking about it for 30 minutes before I go to bed every night."
Okay. So Julie wants to know. I didn't watch this show, but who ate Jasmine's muffin? I'd really like to know.
Yeah.
And Turner said, "Julie,
I'm the muffin man."
I think you're going to have some explaining to Poo-Poo."
What? Are you being gross?
Yeah. You just got that?
Oh, gross. Okay, no. Turner was like,
You
"Yeah."
can laugh about that later.
I don't want to. Turner said, "I ate the muffin in the diary room."
Jasmine's muffin.
No!
The diary room.
Stop.
Sound like a Clue game or something.
Don't disrespect Megan Belmonte like that.
All right, so Daniel, was it boring after you left? Yes, it was boring for people who were Daniel fans, so for no one, said no one.
Maybe Todrick. I don't know. But, yeah, Daniel was like, "Oh, I was like having a good time with the double eviction, blah, blah, blah." Whatever, moving on. Okay.
I don't want to waste a second.
All right.
Julie, read the votes.
Oh my God, here we go. So then, the votes start coming in. We see that Turner voted for Monty to win. And then everyone else after that
voted for Taylor.
Okay, I was shooketh when Julie said that Terrence voted for Taylor to win.
She said, "That's it. It's over."
Yeah, like, okay, she got Terrence. It's done. It's done.
How do you turn Terrence? Hoe on a stroll?
I mean, hello. Yeah, and I remember very clearly a conversation where Terrence was telling Monty, "Hey, if you're in the end with Taylor, I am 100% absolutely giving my vote to you, not Taylor." So the fact that happened, I don't know if somebody clued Terrence in and was like, "Hey, you look like
so
a
good.
craphead right now
Yeah.
with the way that you treated Taylor this season." Or maybe he was just won over by her speech. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some magic in the air tonight, and I'm all for it.
Well, I have to say.
Well, I want to say, too, it turns out everyone voted for Taylor to win except
for Turner.
So it was 8-1. Oh, my God!
So when they were doing all the congratulations, hug, 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 Nicole really had a lot to say to Taylor.
Yeah, I think she got a lot of feedback after she left the house. And I think they're going to be having some discussions. But I have to say, you could just tell by Taylor's reaction. She was hugging everyone, including Daniel, saying, "I love you" to all of them. So even with the way she was treated, she's still being like, "I love you. It's all good." Which is like so amazing on her part. I don't know that I would have the strength to do the same.
Probably not.
Yeah. And do you think they had the final two greet the rest of the house guests in the backyard because Julie didn't want to be pressured to have to hug everyone?
It's a big possibility.
Because I would not be surprised if that was the reason.
It's a big possibility.
Yeah.
All right. So, America's favorite house guest.
Oh, my God.
The top 3 vote getters, according to Julie.
She said in no particular order.
Were Michael, Taylor, and Kyle.
I had a feeling.
How was Turner not on that list?
I know. I had a feeling it was a possibility that Kyle was going to be in the top 3. I'm just, like, disgusted by it. But I'm going to...
You rep Kyle dysfunction?
I'm going to put that away for now because I'm so psyched that Taylor won America's Favorite Player. So
Congratulations, Taylor!
Oh my God. Congratulations on both wins. She's walking away with $800,000.
Mm-hmm.
She is the first Black woman to win a regular U.S. season.
She's the first person to win both the main prize and America's Favorite House Guest.
Yeah. And honestly, one of the best underdog stories of all time on the show. Probably the best, honestly. Amazing outcome for, again, a roller coaster of a season.
I think Dr. Will's underdog story was pretty good, too.
Was he an underdog?
He really was.
I don't know if I can call Dr. Will an underdog.
He was. He was begging people to vote him out.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a different vibe. But just everything that she had to go through this season and just the way that she responded back to that.
He was the horrible one.
Yeah, he was a bully in a lot of situations.
And he still won.
But anyway, I'm just so thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Taylor. I can't wait to see what she does next.
Yeah. It's just been a crazy season.
Yeah. I think it's worth mentioning, too, that it is the 20-year anniversary of Danielle Reyes making it to the final 2. She's the only other Black woman to make it to the final 2 in a regular U.S. season. Right. And she only got 1 jury vote. Mm-hmm. And Taylor had all of the jury votes except for 1. So that's pretty cool.
I have to wonder, though, if the jury was sequestered in Danielle Reyes' season.
Oh, yeah.
She would have won.
You would think, right?
Definitely.
She deserved to win that season. But, woo, I'm just so excited for Taylor.
It was a great season. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you all so much for watching with us.
Thank you. And I'm very excited for season 25.
Yeah, Julie already confirmed. It's happening.
25 kids. Mm-hmm. I hope you'll join us.
Yes. So, thank you again all so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. Let us know what you thought of tonight. Let us know what you thought of the whole season.
Are you shocked?
I'm just so happy.
Oh, good for you. Well, we'll see you next time.
Yep.
And until then,
much love.